welcome to ALMA Maldita. Today, we dive into the story of We Have Always Lived in the Castle by Shirley. The Blackwood house loomed atop the hill, a sinister relic of a bygone era. Mary Catherine, known as Mariquette, and Constance, the last remnants of their tormented lineage, resided in its shadowy chambers. The townsfolk shunned them, whispers of poison still haunting the air. A pall of isolation cloaked the sisters, clinging like ivy to their home. Mariquette, the younger of the two, was an enigma to the townsfolk. She bore obsidian hair and eyes that shone like moonlit obsidian. Her peculiar rituals and trinkets dotted the estate, silver talismans buried at the four corners of the garden, salt sprinkled at doorways, and incantations whispered to invisible spirits. It was all to shield her and Constance from the malevolent eyes of the villagers. She was the keeper of the spells, the protector. Constance, on the other hand, rarely ventured beyond the front porch. Her once beautiful face had paled from years of seclusion, while the poison-tinged rumours gnawed at her soul. She cooked, cleaned, and tended to the gardens, her delicate hands often bloodied by the thorns. She was the keeper of the house, the guardian. The delicate equilibrium of their existence was threatened when Cousin Charles came knocking, a smooth-talking, silver-haired stranger with eyes that gleamed with greed. He claimed to be a long-lost relative, arriving to take charge of the Blackwood estate. His intentions were shrouded in a cloud of suspicion, his motives murkier than the shadows that clung to the walls. Mariquette, always attuned to the winds of change, sensed the shifting tides of fate. She tried to convince Constance that Charles was a harbinger of doom, but how the sister's heart ached for a connection, a link to the outside world that had denied them for so long. Days passed, and Charles's presence was a heavy weight on the family. His laughter echoed through the once quiet halls, disturbing the delicate serenity of the Blackwood house. Mariquette's fears grew more palpable, and her rituals multiplied. Every incantation whispered with desperation. Still, the townsfolk, led by the cruel and curious Mrs. Donnelly, found joy in the sisters' torment. One moonless night, as the storm clouds gathered overhead, Mariquette decided to confront Charles, to protect the only family she had left. The ancestral portraits that lined the walls seemed to watch as she ascended the creaking stairs. Her heart pounded, her spells crackling in the air. She found Charles in the dimly lit library, surrounded by dusty tomes. His smile was more serpentine than ever, his eyes cold and calculating. "What do you want, Mariquette?" he purred. She hesitated, the weight of her duty pressing upon her. "I want you to leave. This is our home." Charles laughed, a sound as chilling as the wine howling outside. "This is your home no more. I am the rightful heir." Desperation seethed in Mariquette's veins as she reached for the silver knife she had concealed in her shawl. "You won't take this from us," she whispered, her voice like a hiss. The blade glinted in the dim light as she lunged, but Constance, her ghostly form framed in the doorway, screamed. The knife fell, clattering to the floor. Charles retreated, his blades thwarted, but the Blackwood sisters had crossed a line they could never uncross. Mariquette and Constance retreated to their rooms, barricading themselves behind locked doors, waiting for the townsfolk's inevitable fury. Hours turned into days, during which the world outside the Blackwood house grew more hostile. Torches blazed, and angry voices swelled. The town's rage erupted, and the sisters' world came crashing down. Fire consumed the house, the flames devouring the secrets, the guilt, and the pain that had festered within the walls for years. Mariquette and Constance clung to each other in the smoke-filled darkness, their sanctuary disintegrating around them. As they watched the fire consume their home, a realization dawned on Mariquette. The real poison had not been the arsenic that had claimed their family, but the hatred and prejudice of the townsfolk. In their fear of the unknown, they had become the monsters they accused the sisters of being. The smouldering ruins of the Blackwood house remained on the hill, a stark reminder of the tragedy that had unfolded. Mariquette and Constance were left with nothing but each other, their connection strengthened by the devastation they had faced. The town, now devoid of its villains, would have to reckon with the evil that had resided in their own hearts. Shirley Jackson's eerie tale of the Blackwood sisters became a legend, A ghost story to warn against the cruelty of society, the darkness lurking in human souls, and the price of isolation. The Blackwood house may have burned, but the haunting legacy of we have always lived in the castle endured, etched into the very fabric of the town's history.